Hello guys, welcome back to yet another in-depth review video. Today we'll do a full review of stable build which was released for OnePlus 10 Pro last week. I'd used this device for a few days as my primary phone, and today we'll talk about things like battery backup, camera performance, and we'll also take your questions which you guys asked us on the community post. So now without wasting any more time, let's get started. Here I have my OnePlus 10 Pro which is running on the latest build of OxygenOS, which is stable version of OxygenOS 14.0. I've also mentioned in my previous videos that battery backup is not that good on November builds, so I made a short video which you guys can watch out and downgrade your device to previous builds. You can see this device is also running November build. OnePlus have improved the battery backup on December build, which recently OnePlus 11 received. And as always, we created a community post asking you guys about any specific topic to be covered. We got a good response on that community post with around 1000 votes and 30 questions. And let's take a few questions from that community post which you guys have asked for OnePlus 10 Pro. And before moving ahead, if you guys like our content and if you think it's useful for you guys, then make sure to smash that like button and also consider subscribing to our channel. So Kamal had a question: software experience with features. So overall, see, OxygenOS 14 is quite good. And if I talk about the features, I've already covered few videos on that particular topic. You can watch out the video which is being displayed on the screen. Then Deepak says, Ashok bhai, please make a video on OnePlus 9 series after OnePlus Havoc and also talk about the green line display concern. Is OnePlus moved on from the green line display or still stuck? Kindly make a video. So Deepak bhai, I have already covered that video, and right now we have been seeing very less reports of green line or other colorful lines appearing on OnePlus smartphones. So I think OnePlus is working in the background about the same thing. Then Noshan says animation, haptics and overall software differences. See, when it comes to software differences, if you compare it with the previous builds of OxygenOS, there are not much of add-ons, but few productivity features have been added. And don't worry about the haptics on OnePlus 10 Pro and even on OnePlus 11, because these devices have the best haptic right now on any smartphone. Then Rishi says, why OxygenOS died and what are the consequences on OnePlus fans? See, OxygenOS is still not dead. If you consider a device which is iQOO 12 recently launched, it still comes with that FunTouch OS 14 with few bloatwares, and that's what we call a bad software experience. But on OnePlus, I would say software is still one of the best operating system present right now for OnePlus. Then Aditya says, every video on every platform expect Twitter lags brutally. Personally, I haven't noticed any kind of issues with the video playback on any of the platform you consider, YouTube, Instagram and even Twitter. So for once, if you can reset your device, do perform a hard reset from recovery. Hopefully that should fix that issue. Then Mohammed is asking about, bro, OnePlus 10 Pro NA version की 15 update आएगी क्या? NA version को भी 15 update मिलेगा and including global versions. So OnePlus 10 series को Android 15 aka OxygenOS 15 का update जरूर मिलेगा. So guys, these were some of the questions which you guys asked. I personally did not notice any kind of major bug, like I mean to say the stability issues. There are some issues with the battery backup and other stuff which we'll talk about them in later part of the video. Only one thing which is every user is waiting, and that's the auto brightness toggle, which is still not been fixed on stable build of OxygenOS 14 for OnePlus 10 Pro. Now let me show you the battery backup. So as I said initially, battery backup is bad on OxygenOS 14, which comes with November build. Not only OxygenOS 14, even on OxygenOS 13, battery backup is not that good. So if I show you, my device was having 25% of battery remaining and the screen on time was 3 hours and 21 minutes. On an average, I've been getting only 3 to 4 hours of SOT on my OnePlus 10 Pro. And if I show you the usage, I have used the basic application, played BGMI exactly for 10 to 12 minutes, 2 TDMs I did, and other we have basic applications being used. If you see, Google Services Framework uses a lot of battery and even Google Play services. This issue we have already seen in past with OxygenOS 13 also, and later it was fixed. So we are hoping OnePlus will fix such issues so that we get better battery backup. And if you also see, system UI is also consuming more battery. So OnePlus needs to improve the battery backup on OnePlus smartphones running November build. OnePlus 11 have already received the December build, and I have seen a lot of users saying that battery backup is too good on OnePlus 11 now. So let's wait for the new build. Now talking about the camera on OxygenOS 14, so I personally feel a slight downgrade in the camera segment. I did click few pictures and I seriously did not like the performance of the device. Generally, it never used to happen like that. You can see these photos, those skin tones are good, but if you see the dynamic range, that is completely messed up on almost every picture which I clicked. That goes with the front camera and rear camera. I have clicked pictures with rear camera also, and front camera also. And OnePlus is still not able to fix that color shifting which happens between different lenses, and it's not that it's a minor change. There's a lot of color shifting happening once you click photos with different lenses. And I also saw a few users complaining that 4K 60 FPS do lags on OnePlus 10 Pro also, but I personally tested out and I did not see any kind of lags with 4K at 60 FPS. So overall camera do requires a little bit of optimization. And at last, now let's talk about the performance part and gaming. So when it comes to performance, here are the screenshots of the benchmark testing, CPU throttling and wildlife extreme test. And every testing was done with high performance mode. Here you can see single core have scored 1571 and multi-core scores are 3372. When we talk about CPU throttling, so still on OnePlus 10 Pro, CPU do throttles and I see more throttling issues whenever device heats up. OnePlus 10 Pro heats up a lot. Here you can see the results of Wildlife Extreme stress test, wherein the stability scores are 64, best loop scores were 2498, lowest loop scores are 1609. And under performance, frame rates were between 7 FPS to 19 FPS. Maximum temperature which you noticed was around 47 degrees Celsius. As I said, OnePlus 10 Pro heats up a lot from day one, and which mostly affects your gaming part. So what I did is, initially I played a TDM with 90 FPS in normal ambient temperature. That time, after a few minutes, device started to heat up and I saw a lot of frame drops. This was just to confirm how much heating is affecting the frame drops, and later after some times, once the device temperature was down, I used the OnePlus cooler to play the game, same TDM in 90 FPS BGMI, and trust me guys, device gave really good performance while using the OnePlus cooler. That time I did not even see the maximum temperature going above 35-36 degrees Celsius. If your device maintains below 36 or 37, you can easily get good frame rates while gaming even in 90 FPS. But if your device temperature rises or goes above 37 or 38 degrees Celsius, obviously you'll see a lot of frame drops and that would affect your gaming performance. So in performance, these two things I noticed. If your device remain cool, you can easily play 90 FPS on your OnePlus 10 Pro, but soon your device starts to heat up, you'll see a lot of frame drops and your game will also start to lag. Even while performing Wildlife Extreme test, we did notice a lot of rise in the temperature, which you can see in this video. So guys, this was the in-depth review of OxygenOS 14 for OnePlus 10 Pro. If I have missed out anything, do let me know in the comment section below. As of now, only this much in this video. I hope you guys gonna like the video. If you like the video, then do give us a thumbs up. And also if you are new to our channel, then do not forget to subscribe the channel. Thanks for watching. Have a great day.